آقایان سلام بر شما. سلام گرم و صمیمانه من رو از شبکه جهانی تلویزیون امید ایران بپذیرید. امیدوارم با درود گرم در هر جایی که هستید برقرار و پاینده باشید، خوب و خوش باشید. خدمت شما عرض کنم در برنامه پل پیروزی هستیم، The Bridge of Victory، پل پیروزی که همونطوری که هر هفته که میگذره کارنامه درخشانی رو از خودش این برنامه نشون میده و ممنون و سپاسگزار از شما هستیم که میبینیم که چقدر این برنامه رو نگاه میکنید و همچنین باعث افتخاره که چنین برنامه‌ای چنان میتونه در بین شما مردم بدرخشه، قبول واقع بشه که امروز شما بهش نگاه میکنید، نظر میدید و خوشحالیم که در جامعه آمریکایی هم توانسته آنقدر نفوذ پیدا کنه که از سوی سناتورها و دفاتر به اصطلاح دولتی و سیاسی آمریکایی به ما زنگ زده میشه و میگن که ما میخوایم در این برنامه شرکت. خب برنامه که 4 سال و اندی هست که روی ایر هست و همونطور که میدانید این برنامه توسط من و دوست و برادر عزیزم آقای مهندس جهانگیر اردلان تهیه و اجرا میشه. به هر حال در برنامه دیگری هستیم با مهمان جدیدی که اینجا حضور دارم و دوست دارم که آقای مهندس اردلان مهمان عزیز ما رو معرفی کنن.
خواهش میکنم. من هم به نوبه خودم عرض سلامی دارم به بینندگان محترم شبکه جهانی تلویزیون امید ایران. هر کجای دنیا هستید خوب و خوش و سلامت و دنیا به کامتون باشه. به هر حال امروز در روز قشنگی هستیم، روز عشق هستش در لس آنجلس و خوشحالیم که به هر حال در خدمت شما، حالا هم ما عاشق شما هستیم و اونایی هم که ما رو دارن نگاه میکنن واقعا دوستتون داریم و تشکر میکنیم که واقعا این همه محبت میکنین. تلفنم های محبت آمیز شما رو میگیریم، ایمیلاتون رو میگیریم، واقعا سپاسگزاریم. بله، همونجوری که آقای ناظر رفیعی فرمودن امروز مهمان عزیزی داریم از LA Unified School که دارن ران میکنن برای پوزیشنی که از خودشون میخوام که دیتیل بیشتری بهمون بدن و پوزیشنی هستش که معمولا LA Unified School بوردی داره که این بورد به خصوص در قسمت ولی یعنی اریای بسیار بزرگی رو که داره کاور میکنه، مدارس و دبیرستان ها، دبستان ها، و این بورد تصمیم گیرنده آینده بچه های ما هستش که میتونن چجوری بهتر تحصیلاتشون رو ادامه بدن و این شخصیتی که الان امروز در اینجا خواهیم داشت میتونه واقعا آینده ساز باشه برای جامعه آمریکایی ایرانی و ایرانی آمریکایی که به خصوص در اینجا هستن و بچه‌های ما الان شمارش زیادی در مدارس به خصوص ولی و حتی تا بیولی هیلز هم کاور میکنن. آقای گریگوری مارتایا. Welcome.
Thank
to
you.
our show.
Thank you for having me.
We are so pleased to have you over here.
Thank you. I'm very appreciative for the invite. Thank you for having us.
I'm very glad we invite you as one of the very active Armenian.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
we have a great deal in common, our cultures, our communities, and one of the reasons why I'm running for this office is to give the Persian community a greater voice, a voice that they haven't had on the school board. So for me, I feel very connected to the Persian community. There are many in the Persian community who asked me to run for this office, to represent the Iranian American community. So I'm very honored that they entrusted me with that, and soon we will be in a place where we're going to be able to serve the Persian children of Los Angeles and give them the ability to excel and succeed, knowing that someone is there by their side.
How nice. First of all, we'd like to know about your background. Where are you coming from? How long have you been here?
Yes.
What is your education?
Well, my family came to the United States in 1919. We've been here for almost 100 years. My grandfather came through Ellis Island. He was one of the Ellis Island families. Running away from the genocide, ended up in Paris, and then from Paris took the ship La Savoy and came to Ellis Island in 1919.
Oh.
In the same way, my grandmother came in 1928 from Italy to New York and then Philadelphia, where she met my grandfather. They got married, came to Los Angeles in 1938, and then had my father in 1942 in Los Angeles.
Oh, goodness.
We've been here for 75 years.
You are a third generation.
We are a third generation
Los Angeles.
in Los Angeles. And for me, Los Angeles is a melting pot of ideas and cultures and diversity. But sometimes we don't do a good enough job of preserving, protecting, and celebrating those cultures.
I'd like to know about your background, about your education.
Absolutely. I attended schools in Los Angeles. I'm the only candidate in this race
Where?
who was born and raised here in the San Fernando Valley in Studio City. I attended Pepperdine University. Never left the city of Los Angeles. I stayed right here because for me it was very important to serve the city while I was in college. I did not leave.
What major did you take?
Political science.
Okay.
I like to say that I'm a political scientist, but as all political scientists out there know, politics is a completely different animal when you're actually in it than compared to when you're actually studying it.
There you go.
I was very honored to be inducted into the Pi Gamma Mu International Honor Society in the social sciences during my time at university. And I come from a family of academics. I come from a family of teachers. My mother was a professor. My grandmother was a professor. So I take academia very seriously. And I enjoyed my time at Pepperdine. I'm still a very active member of the Pepperdine University community. As you know, it's a very local community here in Los Angeles. And for me, the fact that I've been here the entire time, as opposed to the other guys that I'm running against, speaks volumes, because I never wanted to abandon my community. I never wanted to leave the city. And I got educated here, I got married here, and I'm still here. And that's
as
the best
far
part.
as your background, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to know where
Of
are you
course.
coming from. But as far as the experiences in this field, how did you get involved of the schools, and
Thank
why
you.
you're running for this position?
Thank you for that question, because that is probably the most important question for this campaign. My entire career, my entire life has been spent protecting children, neighborhoods, and schools. This has been the theme of my entire career, the theme of my entire life. As a commissioner in the city of Los Angeles, I was part of initiatives to make sure that the citizens, residents, stakeholders of the city of Los Angeles had a great quality of life. At the same time, I served on the Los Angeles Workforce Engagement Task Force, in which we made sure that these kids that were coming out of schools were prepared for the job market. We need to prepare kids to be entrepreneurs, to get into the community, to get a job. I was very proud when I was recruited into the Los Angeles Police Department as a specialist in order to serve the city of Los Angeles. I've been almost part of the LAPD now for almost 10 years. And it's given me the opportunity to not only give back to the city of Los Angeles, but to actively be part of protecting the citizens of Los Angeles and making sure that everyone is safe. I was an ambassador with the National Crime Prevention Council, which for me was very important, because now new statistics have come out that 1 in every 4 children are bullied. And there is a very, very large bullying problem. And I'm the only candidate qualified to combat bullying, to put in protocols and initiatives that would curb bullying, because this is an issue that's greater than any one district. We need to make anti-bullying initiatives a real priority in the United States, and we need to move it forward because lives are at stake. Children's lives are at stake.
As far as the experience that you mentioned, how many years you were in this position, though?
Oh, I've been doing this for a decade and a half. This has been my priority. The reason I'm in this race continues to be to create safe schools. I believe that we are in a time when we need to start to focus on the safety, security of our schools, because in a safe learning environment, kids can thrive. We know this. We have 3 points to our campaign, which are very simple. Safe schools, accountability, and transparency. Accountability in the schools with administrations and faculty, and transparency in the budget. This is a very big budget. It is a $12.8 billion budget. $1 billion. That's a very, very big number. And there has to be someone at the head of this who is responsible, who understands that taxpayer dollars shouldn't be wasted. And when you have that kind of a big budget, you have to stay on top of it. And so my plan is efficiency in spending, making sure that we put a stop to any wasteful spending, and making sure that the communities of Los Angeles are getting the services they require. Because there are gaps. And in my belief, there are gaps in the Persian community of Persian students who are not getting the services that they require. Persian families that aren't getting the services that they require. So what I'm going to do with my platform once we get in is to make sure that the families and the students are receiving the services that $12.8 billion should be buying them. As of right now, unfortunately, it's not, which is why we have the biggest coalition of support going into this race.
For the safety, what is your plan for prevent of crime at the schools?
This is, we are the only ones in this race who actually have a plan, and I'm glad that you asked, because we have a plan. The Los Angeles Police Department has a policing ratio of 1 to every 350 persons, protector to protectee.
Which is a few.
Which is generally how you set up a police department in the United States with that ratio. The Los Angeles school police, who do a fabulous job, are not given the resources by the person who's in this position currently in order to execute their job to the best of their abilities. What I want to do is give the police the funds necessary in order to give them the ability to do what they need to do. Right now, the protector to protectee ratios in the Los Angeles schools are 10, 15 times that. With elementary schools and junior highs that don't have the protection that they require. These police officers are not there in order to arrest students. These police officers are there to protect the students, which is why I'm a very big supporter of a program called Restorative Justice. Restorative Justice is a very important program. I believe that we need to more heavily fund it. I want to get more restorative justice counselors into the schools. I want to have basically a system in which the police are responsible only to protect the students on the exteriors of the campus, and the restorative justice counselors do all of the work within the campus. And in this way, students are secure. And the problem right now is that the system is so broken that these justice counselors are not available in elementaries and junior highs. They are only in a high school here and there. My plan calls to put these restorative justice counselors into every campus, from elementary schools to junior highs to high schools, and to better secure the schools by giving kids the ability to have safe learning environments so that they can thrive in their classroom.
That's great. Mr. Martai.
Please call me Greg, please,
Greg.
please. Thank